my name is Tori, and this is my daughter, and we want to share with you all about Lucky Little Learners All Access Pass. Um, so I recently decided to get Lucky Little Learners All Access Pass, and I am very happy with the results. I wanted to share with you, take you on a tour in this video of the behind the scenes of what you can find inside, as well as some pros and cons and some of my favorite resources. So let's get started. I forgot to mention that if you stick to the end of the video, I'll explain more about a special promotion that Lucky Little Learners is running for those who purchase the Lucky Little Learners All Access Pass. And I will be giving away a special bonus that for those who sign up with my affiliate link. First off, what is Lucky Little Learners All Access Pass exactly? For those of you who don't know, Lucky Little Learners is a company of teachers who created a library of resources. I think they said they advertised 17,000 downloadable, printable, as well as digital resources for teachers K through third grade. And they also have many subjects, as you can see on this side. Actually, maybe it's too small, but they have subjects of all kinds, as well as teacher resources, such as like classroom setup type resources that you can take advantage of as a member inside this library. And so who is this for? This is for K through 3 teachers, public school teachers, online teachers, and even homeschool teachers, right? I would even add parents. If you want to supplement your child's learning, this would be a wonderful resource if you have a child within K through third grade level. You can always supplement for students outside those grade levels, but who need a little bit of extra help or extension. Like my son, who is in preschool, but he's kind of learning on a kindergarten level. And so, which leads me to, who is this not for? This resource really isn't for people who are teaching kids outside of those grade levels for obvious reasons. You won't find a lot of resources that would be helpful to you. Another one is if you have an all-inclusive curriculum, your schedule is completely full, you're not looking for extra resources to add. But I will say, Lucky Little Learners is a great way to add a little bit more fun to your current curriculum. So if you have a curriculum that has gaps or is just a little bit dull, you can find some pretty fun activities inside here that you can make your current curriculum more enjoyable for your students. Okay, so now I want to take you on a little tour. So I'm going to minimize my screen a little bit here so you can see more of what's inside this fun library of resources. So as you can see, we're inside the back end. And at first, honestly, it was a little bit overwhelming with how much resources were inside of this. Lucky Little Learners does a great job of helping you navigate, but until you spend a little time on their platform, you kind of, at least me, I was a little bit overwhelmed of how to find resources. But my favorite, so I'm going to go over some navigational tips for you while we're going on this tour, so you can use it so my favorite way to search for things is this search bar, because I recently applied to become an OutSchool teacher, which, if you're not familiar with OutSchool, it's just an online teaching platform. And so I have to come up with my own curriculum. And so I have specific subjects I want to teach, and I can just type it into this bar and look at all of the resources Lucky Little Learners has to offer in that subject area. Another way to search, if you don't have a specific subject in mind, or even if you do, really, you can come over here to the filters section, and you can filter by grade level. You can filter by the category or subject, resource type even, which is cool if you're looking for a game or you don't want to print something out, which, you know, we all are looking for ways to save on printer ink and paper. So that's a cool option. Or if you're like me and teaching online, you can send these resources digitally to your students so that they can participate online, which is really cool. Worksheets, yeah. And you can further, which, you know, if you see here, there's an editable section of this resource. That's you. Editable section, and I'll talk more about that later, but it's very intuitive and customizable, which is cool. And then they have series. So anything they talk about over on their blog, specific bundles that they offer, you can find that here, in which, as you can see, I'm scrolling very far. There is a lot of them. So yeah, that's a little bit about navigation, but I do want to give you a bonus tip for navigating, which I did allude to it a little bit, is they have a wonderful blog over at luckylittlelearners.com. And you know what? Let's go there together so I can share with you. So you go to luckylittlelearners.com, you go to the blog, and you can search by category. Let's pretend we are looking for social skills, and we want a lesson on empathy. So we can find all of the blogs they have on empathy and emotional intelligence. Just click one, and you can see they have resources in here. So anything they have on their blog, you have access to in that platform and as a member of the Lucky Little Learners All Access Pass, which is really cool. So if you even want to just explore the blog to see what they have to offer and how it's been used in a classroom setting, is super helpful because they offer a lot of tips in that way as well. All right, now let's talk about the pros and cons that I found as a new Lucky Little Learners All Access Pass member. Okay, so for the pros, and I'm going to reference my my notes here because there's a lot and I need to stay organized. So the first one is Lucky Little Learners puts a lot of their heart and soul into making sure teachers have a good experience on the platform. I have noticed their customer service and their attention to detail and their willingness to take feedback from teachers and incorporate it into this membership is excellent. And as you can see, they add features such as create your own resources, but they also add new resources every week. In addition to the ability to request specific resources that maybe you, for some reason, can't find one in the platform, you can make a special request for one and they'll take that into consideration, which is amazing. I don't know any other curriculum program that does that. So that's really cool. It's easy to choose individual resources. Sometimes you want to create your own lesson, but you need a specific like worksheet or game. You can download that very easily individually. You don't have to download the whole bundle and take up all the space on your computer. So I think that's cool. It's super easy to download. All you do is you go click on a resource, you can download it immediately, which is really awesome. Just waiting for it to load. And there it is. Yeah, so it's awesome right here. And by the way, so you just print it, but this made me think about I haven't been in this All Access Pass for about a week, or I haven't revisited this platform for about a week. And everything on this page is literally new from when I had seen this last. And I just think it just says like, wow, they just like update things so regularly. Also, I mentioned it before, but I think it's super helpful that they offer printable and digital versions as well as black and white versions in a lot of their resources. So it gives you a lot of flexibility. You can search this editable library. Let me go inside here so you can see. So these resources are all of the resources that you can edit and customize for your individual needs, which is cool. Let's click inside this one just to see how to edit it. Okay, so download. Just waiting for it to load, which is one of the cons for me. It takes a little bit. Open, okay. And if you can see here, you just edit it within PowerPoint, the PowerPoint program. So they have create your own resources, which is awesome because they have their own little program where you can create your own word search, which I did with my son, and he really liked it. We created an animal word search with all words that he could read himself. So like CVC words like cow or cat, dog, those kind of things, which he loved that. It was so cool. And I'll show you what it looks like in this word search. And you can see they can, coming soon at the time of this recording, you can do a crossword puzzle, spelling list, and math facts, all kinds of fun stuff. But here's the word search. So you just enter your title. Let's do the one that we did. So animals. Sorry, typing with one hand. Because again, okay, so let's do 10. And then we have, let's do cow, comma, dog, comma, cat. And I did a search for animals that start or have 3 letters in them. And I got some fun ones like ant and elk, eel, fox. Let's just stop there just for the sake of this video. Okay, and then you go ahead. So you can choose uppercase or lowercase. And then, wow, it just does it so fast. And isn't this cute? And that has like the sample here, if I can zoom in. Can I zoom in? I guess not. So maybe if we click on print it. It has the animal stat that we wrote down there. And then you just print it and it's ready to go. And oh my goodness, I forgot to mention a pro. It's like you can create your own bundles. Sorry guys, I'm gonna jump around a little bit. But you can create your own bundle by simply clicking this right here. This is a paperclip. There we go. And the paperclip, you can view it when you're done clipping. Let's say we want all of these resources for some reason in the same download. And you can click it here and then access your bundle. It's super helpful for when you are creating your own lesson, like me on OutSchool, who's creating my own curriculum, my own lessons. I can kind of pick and choose what I want and then just download it all at once. Okay, and then create your bundle. And if you decide, I don't really need this, you can clear it, but we're going to create our own bundle. And then now we download. And it's that easy. There it is. Oh, failed. Okay. Let's go back. Try it again. It's not good. Clear. Back. Let's try it again. Wonder why it didn't like that. Maybe let's try a different one. Okay, let's try these ones. Maybe it was too big. I don't know. Maybe it's my computer being too slow. Create bundle. It worked before. Trust me. Download. And it's that easy. All right, so as you can see, we've got the resources all clipped together. Hi, I'm back. Sorry, Addie's not here. She went down for a little nap. No cute, adorable baby to look at. So we were on the cons. And so all the resources in the bundle are wonderful to download individually. Other than creating your own bundle, I didn't see an obvious way to download all of the resources within a series. So if you can see up here, you can search by series, or down here in the filters. So it's kind of like a bundle. Let's say we want the second grade math centers. It takes you to all the individual ones, but I didn't see an obvious way to just, if I wanted to just teach that whole unit, to just download it at once. So that's a con for me. And maybe it's just my own ignorance of not knowing where that button is. So another one is Lucky Little Learners does a great job with helping you understand how to use the resources. However, some of the resources instructions were a little bit hard for me to find. And so I think if I were to want to use a specific resource, let's click on this one. So it doesn't have instructions on how to use the specific resource in a class setting. So I would probably just visit the blog to see if I can find it there, and to give me examples of maybe how a teacher might use it in their classroom. And a lot of them you don't need instructions for, and maybe that's their logic, is it's not necessary because it's pretty intuitive and self-explanatory. This next con is very minimal. I did see one link in one of the resources, that the digital resources that I downloaded, it didn't work. It was let me see. It was the digital sound wall. The video instruction video link didn't work. Okay, now we're over on my blog, homeschoolnewbie.com, because I want to share a few of my favorite resources and some of the more popular resources that Lucky Little Learners has to offer in their membership. And just keep in mind, this is a small sample of what they have, but it's worth talking about because these ones are awesome. So I wrote a review on this, and if you scroll to the bottom, actually, let me see if I can take my shortcut here. Resources. Okay, so the resources that that are worth mentioning. The first one is the sound wall, and that one is super trendy right now in the educational world. The idea is, instead of a word wall, you do a sound wall. And Lucky Little Learners has both a printable and a digital version of this, and I thought it was amazing. So check that one out. Okay, classroom management. If you want a positive way to reinforce wonderful behavior and participation, brag tags are the way to go. And you can see from these pictures, there's many different ways to arrange them and reward your student. Brag tags are also pretty trendy with Lucky Little Learners. So go check that one out. Okay, the next one is Camp Read a Lot. I thought this one was so cute. I don't teach in a physical classroom anymore. I might do this with my son, actually, but If I had known about this resources back when I was teaching 3rd grade, I totally would have done this one. This is Camp Read a Lot, and as you can see from the pictures, the classroom gets transformed into a camp out with different camping zones and different camping related activities. And of course, there's different ways to integrate learning, but it's just the students, I can just imagine how excited they get when they get to see their whole classroom transformed in this way. And they have more than one way to make your classroom different. Transform your classroom into like a theme like this. So go check, just go exploring. On the side note, Lucky Little Learners, I believe, lets you go into their library, even if you're not a member. It's just if you want to download, you do need to become a member. So if you want to check these out and the other ones that you can use, go exploring. Okay, the next one is Toothy, and Lucky Little Learners is famous for their Toothy activities, and they have them in all kinds of subjects, all kinds of grade levels, well, K through 3rd grade. And this example was their social emotional learning one. And so the way you do is you answer a question and then you draw a tooth, and then at the end of the activity, they have a full smile. So I think that's kind of cute. Tuesdays, this is especially fun for 2nd graders because it's a 2 theme, but anyone can do this. You celebrate it on February 2nd and or the 22nd, and you just do everything in your classroom. It has to do with 2s, so you can decorate and you can do activities and snacks, all that have to do with the letter or the number 2. Okay. This one was fun. I love Spiral Math because the Spiral Math Review, and this is a labor-intensive resource if you were to do this on your own, because of all of the moving parts. But the principle behind it is you do a little bit of review in that subject every day so that the subjects stay relevant in your students' minds. And so I think that's really cool, a cool way to keep up learning retention, even in the summer. That might be a fun summer activity to do with your kids, so they don't lose it for the next year. Okay. All right, the next one I loved when I was a teacher in a physical classroom, in a public school classroom. I loved interactive notebooks. And I think I'm going to do it with my son in our homeschool because it's interactive and it becomes a journal of things that you've learned. And as you can see, there's like things you can flip through, and sometimes they have wheels, or you can make 3D shapes, as you can see in this picture. And yeah, read more about those on the Lucky Little Learners blog because it's really cool. All right, and as you can see, these are some of my other fun resources you can check out. But there's so much more, so much more that I haven't even explored yet, and I'm excited to. All right, you made it to the part of the video where I share my special bonuses and Lucky Little Learners promotions. So I'm giving away a special bonus to those who are interested and purchase the All Access Lucky Little Learners Pass using my affiliate link. Thank you, by the way. And also, the Lucky Little Learners is doing a promotion because the promotions are always changing with Lucky Little Learners. To get the most current information, join my email list below, and I will keep you updated on what is going on for this fun month of August. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe for more current information on homeschooling and teaching tips. And remember to take advantage of this special promotion that Lucky Little Learners is running this month, and look at the details below.